Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're stepping into a world that's bigger than just superheroes, a world filled with legends, symbols, and stories that have shaped generations. We're talking about DC Comics, and trust me, by the end of this, you might start seeing your favorite heroes in a completely different way. So let me ask you something, what really makes a hero? Is it strength? Power? Or is it the choices someone makes when everything is on the line? To understand DC, we have to go back to where it all began. Imagine a time before superheroes dominated movies, games, and pop culture. Back in 1938, everything changed with the introduction of Superman in Action Comics #1. Suddenly, the idea of a larger-than-life hero with extraordinary abilities captured people's imaginations like never before. Now think about that, one character sparked an entire genre that still dominates entertainment today. Isn't that wild? But DC didn't stop there. Soon came Batman, a hero with no superpowers, just intelligence, discipline, and a dark past driving him forward. Then came Wonder Woman, representing strength, compassion, and truth in a world that desperately needed it. Here's something interesting. Why do you think these characters have lasted for decades while so many others fade away? It's because they represent something deeper. They're not just heroes, they're ideas. Hope, justice, resilience, things people connect with on a human level. And then DC took things even further by creating something truly groundbreaking, the idea that all these heroes exist in the same universe. This became the DC Universe, where characters don't just exist separately. They interact, team up, and sometimes even clash. Let me ask you this, if you could bring together all your favorite characters into one world, what kind of stories would you create? But of course, with something that big comes complexity. Over time, DC introduced the concept of the multiverse, multiple realities where different versions of the same characters exist. That means there's not just one Batman or one Superman, there are many, each shaped by different choices and different worlds. Now pause and think about that. What if there were multiple versions of you, each living a completely different life based on the choices you made? It's a fascinating idea, right? And it's one of the reasons DC stories feel so deep and limitless. But here's the thing, DC isn't just about epic battles and flashy powers. At its core, it's about human struggles. Batman deals with loss and trauma. Superman struggles with identity and belonging. Wonder Woman constantly tries to balance strength with compassion. So let me ask you, why do we relate more to heroes who struggle than ones who seem perfect? Maybe it's because their flaws make them real. And we can't talk about heroes without mentioning villains. DC has some of the most iconic villains ever created. Characters who aren't just bad, but who challenge everything the heroes stand for. They force heroes to question themselves, to grow, and sometimes even to fail. Because without conflict, can there really be a story? Over the years, DC has reinvented itself again and again. Major events have reshaped its universe, allowing new generations to connect with these characters in fresh ways. And it's not just comics anymore. DC has expanded into movies, TV shows, and animation, bringing these stories to life on screens all over the world. But let's be honest for a second. Have you ever noticed how different versions of the same character can feel completely unique? One version of Batman might be dark and intense, while another is more heroic and hopeful. And that's the beauty of DC. It allows stories to evolve with time, reflecting the world we live in. Now here's a deeper question. If you had the power to shape the world, would you choose to be a hero? And what kind of hero would you be? Because at the end of the day, DC isn't just about fictional characters. It's about the choices we make in our own lives. Standing up for what's right, helping others, and pushing through challenges, those are the real superpowers. From its early beginnings to its massive influence today, DC Comics has proven that great stories never truly fade. They evolve, inspire, and continue to shape the future. And the story is far from over. New characters are still being created, new stories are still being told, and new fans are discovering this universe every single day. So now I want to hear from you. Who is your favorite DC character, and why? Is it someone powerful, someone strategic, or someone who simply refuses to give up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read them and maybe even feature some in a future video. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world of DC, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and keeps more stories like this coming your way. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.